a brand new week, and welcome to More Than Music Monday.
It's the My Michelle Live podcast.
My Michelle Live, entertainment review, more than music.
Yeah, it's More Than Music Monday. This is a brand new part of the My Michelle Live podcast. It's where I share with you some live music and share with you a little bit about who I am. So this came about, last week was our first week, and this came about because a good friend of mine, Lynette, said, hey, we don't hear enough of your music. Why don't you have your music on your podcast? Why don't you just talk about you, talk about your music? I'm like, well, that's a little out of the box for a regular terrestrial talk show host, but you know what? I'm going to do that. So this is where I get to know you a little bit more. Some have asked about my guitars. This one is a beautiful Mitchell, and you know, it's not a real expensive guitar, but oh my gosh, it's named Woody. Is that beautiful? Seriously, Woody is so beautiful. It's a showstopper. Every time I play it on stage, people just go nuts over it. It's an acoustic electric. And sometimes you can find one of those in kind of inexpensive $300 to $500 range where everything's just right. The wood is right. The way they put it together is right. And I tried some pretty nice. I was going to invest in a guitar, but Woody sound kept up with all of them. Now you probably won't hear it because the same on a podcast like this because it's not actually plugged in. I'm just turning on the mic and letting it go. Today I'm going to share an original song called New Orleans Calls Me Home. I was just in New Orleans, Louisiana about 3 weeks ago now. I was born there. And it's a beautiful town, man. You can walk the streets of Old Town there in the French Quarter and feel history just surround you. There's just something about that city, and I felt at home. I love the hospitality. I live in Seattle, and you know, we talked about this before. There is a Seattle freeze. You know, people will seriously, no kidding. People will just stare at you, just look at you, and you smile at them because that's what I do. I smile at people, and they'll just stare right back, and you think, come on, come alive. But when you go to the South or you go someplace like New Orleans, oh my gosh, the hospitality is just crazy. So I wanted to bring a little bit of that back. And I wrote this song, New Orleans Calls Me Home. So now, if you're just meeting me, no, I'm not much of a guitar player. But boy, do I love to write music. So bear with me, and thanks for listening. Hey, 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 steamy streets are calling. History surrounds me, and jazz music plays from the blue, blue soul of an old city. City I once knew as home. New Orleans calls me home. I'm a coming home. Love, but I feel your hospitality. It's calling me home, 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 home. New Orleans calls me home. New Orleans calls me home. I'm a coming home. Yeah, yeah. song I know so well. Sing a song that calls me home. I'm a coming city careful God. I don't give back a lot, but I feel your hospitality coming. It's calling me home. New Orleans calls me. Come on home, my darling. New Orleans calls me. Come home, my children. New Orleans calls me. Oh, yeah, she's calling. New Orleans calls me home. Yeah, yeah. City careful, God. Don't get back another. Feel your hospitality, and it's calling me home. Okay, brand new song. Don't know how it came off live, but a little bit of a heart of the city. Oh, walking through that city and the crazy beauty, and you can hear and feel almost the history. It was so alive with music. I've been in Seattle in lockdown, so live music has been hard to come by, and it was just it was so enchanting. I'm gonna play one more song, and I'm pretty excited to play. Another question that I often get is, man, you sing, you're on the radio, you're so outgoing. But funny thing is that I don't love the spotlight. I love doing the things that bring me there, and I'm not going to let it stop me. And here's the reason why. I love this story, true story. I was just telling someone about this recently that when I was 12 years old, my cousin was playing drums with Bob Dylan. Yeah, that Bob Dylan, right? And they're in town. I grew up in Seattle. They're in town. So my parents and our whole family went down to meet my cousin. And as we're walking from his hotel, there's this bum-looking guy leaning up against a lamppost talking to some kid from the U District about Jesus. And turns out that bum-looking guy was Bob Dylan. And my cousin introduced us, and Bob was said to me, "Hey, I hear you know all my songs and you sing." And I was like, "Yeah, I know all your songs. I can sing them all. I grew up with your music. I love it." And he totally invited me to sing up on stage. There was no fanfare when he welcomed me on. He didn't even welcome me on stage. He just let me come up, and I was sitting between these beautiful, black, rich-voiced women. It was so cool. I don't even think my microphone was on, but I'll tell you what. It was Paramount Hotel. I'm 12 years old. I am scared. Are you kidding me? And Bob Dylan told me this story. He said that, "Oh, don't worry. Before every single time I'm on doing a concert or on stage, I've got diarrhea 30 minutes before I'm on." From that moment on, I was never nervous again. I figured if I don't have diarrhea, I'm better than Bob. So, and in Seattle, being better than Bob is a thing. You just have to be from Seattle to get that. It's not a Bob Dylan thing. Anyway, I'm going to play one more song. Excuse me. Totally unrehearsed, but as long as we're going back to New Orleans and going back to my past, growing up in Seattle, I think the Seattle vibe and the Seattle music is pretty eclectic. That's what grunge was. You'd hear the guys talking about, yeah, we listened from everything to Frank Sinatra to Beatles to whatever. And so it's kind of eclectic. And so is my music. But there's definitely some bluesy country history. My family's from the South, obviously, and growing up, gospel music was a big part of my life. Southern gospel music. So this is kind of a Southern medley that is a compilation of some Southern music. You'll recognize maybe the Cotton Song. That song was performed by so many people, including, I didn't even know, the Beach Boys, and some Southern gospel songs. So here we go. When I was a little bit baby, Mama used to rock me in the cradle in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. Now when them cotton balls get ripe, you can't pick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home, where I saw the light, I saw the light, no more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky, where I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning when I die, hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away, do 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 do. I'll fly away, I'll fly away, do 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 do. I'll fly away. When them cotton balls get ripe, you can't pick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. Now I picked up my first guitar, I played it under the southern stars in them old cotton fields back home. Now I've been round this great big world, I'm still that barefoot southern girl in them old cotton fields, them old cotton fields. Take me to them cotton fields way back home. Do-do-do-do-do. Well, thank you for letting me share some of my music and a little bit more of me. I think it's important. I love that idea. Thank you again, Lynette, because I've been a talk show host for so long, and I listen to other people's stories and share in My Michelle Live the God story. But the God story doesn't mean a lot if you don't really know, if someone's sharing it and you don't know who they are, right? So this is who I am. Now you get to know the real me and hear my real music. I know I'm not a guitar player. I'm a accompanier. I will accompany myself, but it's me. It's real, and it has been such a pleasure. So this week, I am looking forward to more science and technology. We're going to indulge in Health Watch, where we talk about things from a naturopathic point of view. News and views. Our podcast will also include entertainment, a weekend review, and of course, sports. And so you cannot, we hit everything pretty much. So I just want to tell you so much, how much I appreciate you being with us, how much I appreciate those of you who are supporting what we're doing here and sharing a deeper story. Whatever you get out of it, we need a deeper story. We need a little bit of hope. You can like this. Please share it. The more you share, and even if you comment, just wherever you're watching, if you can comment, please comment. Just a smiley face is just fine. Or, even your negative comments are always welcome. Everything that you do helps us to grow, and I so appreciate it. So thanks for being with us today.
For more fun, go to mymichellelive.com.